sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On one, ready?
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. First and 10 at the 18. Gonna run again here with Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
11-90.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Forget where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, report!
Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Ready?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
There you go.
Now Burrow on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw once more on second and 10. Burrow. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 26 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Take it in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
He's got room past the 30, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. It's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Pollard again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Burrow on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
He's going to let this one go deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 17 yards out. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is how they do it. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
11.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go, here we go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys starting to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
11 MC tank. 11 MC tank. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
From the 27, Burrow. That is caught by... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
They'll run left with Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give here to Pollard. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll run with Pollard. Dances by him. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
217 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try and throw it.
A loss of a yard, and it brings him forward. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This from 25 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. When you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 81 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past it and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Burrow. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
11.
From the 44, Burrow. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's got it down to the 28. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard down to the 25. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play through. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
11.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Run for Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries and just 2 yards.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Sanders' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play action now. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
I don't think there's any great secret or mystery here. We're in the 4th quarter. You've got to take that shot, especially since you're down on the scoreboard. But I have to understand what was going on defensively. They've got to know that as well, don't they?
Absolutely, but they look lost defensively, and they took that shot out of the end zone now in position here to take the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun. It's Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now a give right side. Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. 11 MT pace. 11 MT pace.
Now here's Pollard. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Burrow going to keep it himself, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Joe Burrow with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Now it's Burrow. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready?
Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment, No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Dallas, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.